Hello friends, welcome to PMT2 channel. Friend, in previous video we discussed about supine bacterial coverage, target specialty and indication. In this video we will discuss supine dosage, then administration, how to use supine, then storage and finally unique selling point of supine. So first we will discuss about supine dosage. So supine recommended doses for the adult. So according to the severity of infection, in mild to moderate infection, the recommended dose of supine will be supine 1.5 gram IV BD. For moderate to severe infection, supine 3 gram pack IV BD. And for extremely severe or life-threatening infection, supine 3 gram pack IV for TID dosage. So daily maximum dose can be enhanced up to 3 gram IV TID. So here one thing I would like to highlight that in ICU we will request to doctor to use supine in TID dosage for better clinical efficacy, because in ICU cases the patient will be very serious. So in that case we will recommend supine in TID dosage. Then duration of therapy. Supine is recommended for 7 to 10 days. Now, how to use supine? Supine administration. So dear friend, supine should be administered slow IV within 30-minute infusion, and that is step-by procedure to use supine injection. So dear friend, as we know that supine pack contain 2 vial, one vial contain powder and second vial contain solvent. So now through this procedure, through these steps, we first study about that how to dissolve supine and how to add this to the diluent, and finally how to give to the patient through IV. So in a first step, uh, it is request to the paramedical staff or to doctor to take both the vial and to uncap both the vial. First step. Second step, uh, take a syringe and take a solvent in it. Step 3, enter this syringe into the vial which is containing powder. And fourth step, pouring of solvent which is now in syringe into the vial which contain powder. Then rubbing of this vial to dissolve the drug properly. And after the dissolution of drug properly, then again take this reconstituent solution into the syringe, and through the syringe add this solution into the diluent. And after loading the drug in such a way into the diluent, then give this drug to patient through IV. So that is administration procedure or how to use supine. Now storage. Supine should be stored below 25 degrees centigrade, and the shelf life of supine is 2 years. Now supine unique selling point. So majorly supine has 3 USP, that is synergistic product, efficacious product and safe. So in a first point under the synergy, we will discuss about, because of the synergy, how sapipine works at very lower MIC against albumin. So to understand this approach, to understand this synergistic mechanism, we have to study this graph properly. So through this graph, I would like to highlight the MIC, minimum inhibitory concentration of sapipine and sulbactam against abomni separately. So in this graph, as you can see that to kill the abomni through sulbactam, plain sulbactam, so the MIC should be 128, and to kill the abomni through the sapipine, plain sapipine, MIC should be 4. So separately, sulbactam and the sapipine can also inhibit the abomni, but there is a requirement of higher MIC. But in supine, when we combine these two molecules in supine, so what we found that these two molecules produce synergy, and because of the synergy, now MIC of supine is very low as compared to the MIC of sapipine, plain sapipine, and MIC of plain sulbactam. So according to the graph, you can see that after forming the synergy of these two molecules in a supine, now the supine can inhibit or can kill abomni just 0.25 MIC. Why this is possible? This is possible because of the synergy, which is produced after adding these two molecules together under the brand name of supine. Now, another example of synergy against Klebsiella pneumoniae. So again, to kill the Klebsiella pneumoniae, MIC of sulbactam should be 64 and MIC of sulbactam sapipine should be 4. But after the combination of these two, supine inhibit Klebsiella pneumoniae at very lower MIC, just 0.125 MIC. So again, against Klebsiella pneumoniae, these two molecules produce synergy and kill this Klebsiella pneumoniae at very lower MIC because of synergy. Next point, synergy or MIC comparison versus E. coli. So you can see against E. coli, again MIC of sulbactam and sapipine is very high, 2 to 64. But after the synergy formation of these two molecules, now E. coli can be inhibited by supine at very lower MIC, that is just 0.0625 MIC. So again, this is the perfect example of synergy. Another bacteria, Pseudomonas. So again, against Pseudomonas, MIC of sulbactam, which doctor need, that is 128, and the sapipine 4. But after the synergy formation in supine, now you can see that MIC of Pseudomonas aeruginosa here very less. It's just 0.125. So again, this is possible because of synergy. After synergy, we will discuss about efficacy of supine. So dear friend, under this first we will study about the sensitivity profile of our supine versus different bacteria. So in that series, first we will discuss sensitivity of our supine against abomni. So you can see that against abomni, sensitivity of our supine is approximately 90%, whereas target molecule just having 3% sensitivity profile. Now another bacteria, against E. coli, sensitivity of our supine is more than 80%. It's up to 81%, which is very high as compared to Piperacillin tazobactam, which is just 30%. Next bacteria, sensitivity more than 90% sensitivity versus Klebsiella pneumoniae. So here through this graph you can see that because of resistance against Klebsiella pneumoniae, piperacillin tazobactam is just showing 37% sensitivity. In a same scenario, our supine showing more than 92%, approximately 92% sensitivity against Klebsiella pneumoniae. Another bacteria, Pseudomonas aeruginosa. So in this graph, you can see that against Pseudomonas aeruginosa, whereas piperacillin tazobactam sensitivity is just 36%, here the sensitivity of supine up to 89%, which is almost 90%. So after sensitivity in under this unique point of efficacy, now we will discuss clinical cure rate. Clinical cure rate of supine in lower respiratory tract infection. According to the available data which we having, according to the study which we are having, the clinical cure rate of our supine in LRTI approx 100%. And according to the study, clinical cure rate of supine in UTI, urinary tract infection, also approximately 100%. So under this unique benefit, efficacy benefit, we can say that our supine has very high sensitivity rate as well as very high clinical cure rate. After the efficacy, now third unique point, that is safety. So again, supine is approved by DCGI, and after the approval, Venus launched this supine in market in 2008. And since the product launched in the market, so far supine successfully treated more than 2 lakh patients without any serious side effect, which also indicate that supine is safe. So dear friend, in this slide we discuss about supine dosage, administration, storage and USP. Thank you very much for watching this video.